Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Mat, the hottest TikTok based wrestling podcast. I like to say that anyway. I mean,
Right.
that's not on the OTT. I think I'm the only one that's left that's not on the OTT.
Right. OTT, yeah, you know me.
So, I mean, long time coming. I mean, we've been guest stars on other podcasts before with
Oh
each
yeah.
other, and we talked a lot about other things outside of wrestling, going with the whole doing our South Park Mickey Mouse to like all that kind of.
Big
uh
time. Even into
so
like conspiracy theories, whether
yeah,
the Bigfoot's real, stuff like that.
we
We've
played
driven for
Roblox together. I mean,
your kid is a beast when it comes to the Roblox.
he will sit there. We haven't played in a while because he's on a Fortnite kick right now, but
Mm.
uh he uh he will go into Roblox and teabag people just
Oh yeah.
just because he can.
It's vicious, man.
People bag on Roblox, but I'm telling you what, man.
It's fun. It's fun. Because you could find almost anything on there.
Oh yeah. Actually, Fortnite. I'm learning this because it's first. I've played it for a week now. There's mini games in Fortnite, like just like Roblox. I was like, the hell, really? And it's made by the same people who made Rocket League. I got my video game expert behind me, so
Oh man. Life of a dad.
yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't. I'd be playing Madden or WWE 2K whatever if it. But see, I mean,
Well, anyways, guys, I'm Jimmy Rose. I am one of the executive producers for Off the Top, along with doing some stuff along with the guys at Botch and Chair Shots, Root City Radio, all those guys. Also, I'm a gamer. I like rock and roll. I go to a lot of concerts, a lot of that other stuff. I'm a huge wrestling fan. If you can't tell behind me, Pearl Jam and Foo Fighters are my go-to, and I'm a Chicago Cubs fan. And my favorite movie is The Big Lebowski. So there's that. Anyways, Matt's back. So
you were on the line.
there, this ain't Nom Smokey. There are rules.
All right. So I don't. It just kicked me off of freaking. For whatever reason, it kicked me off of my my stream. Like StreamYard decided you're not doing a show today.
I'll do the show for you.
So before, let's see here. So we'll start right in with the every week we lead off with the same 5 questions. If you've watched the show, which I know you have, you know what's coming. When did you become a wrestling fan?
Man, so my biological mother, she was a wrestling fan for a long time, and kind of just growing up, that was kind of something that was in the peripheral in the house. So it kind of came a little bit young, but by the time I started to grasp it and stuff like that was around maybe I was about 6. So, because we went to there was a pawn shop over by the it was a pawn shop and a bell bondsman. It was the same thing. If you knew my story, you kind of figure it out that we were there a lot. So with that being said, there was actually 2 tapes that we saw. It was Hard Knocks, a documentary that they did on Chris Benoit, and a tape of Judgment Day 2000 and was it 4 or 5? The one where the main event was Eddie Guerrero and JBL, the bloodiest match I've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that being said, so that's kind of where I started my actual fandom, was watching those 2 tapes, and then kind of just watching more and more after that and getting actually kind of locked into the product. For me, like, I wasn't, like, even though I started out watching WWE tapes, on TV watching TNA was kind of where I was getting my start as a fandom.
Okay.
So
who was your favorite wrestler growing up? Like when you were a kid, who was the guy that were like, that's the guy I want? That's the guy that I can get behind. That guy is a badass. Or
so during that time was when Jeff Hardy was really starting to get hot. So Jeff Hardy was a big one in my family. I liked Edge a lot growing up, and then when I was watching TNA, Kurt Angle was my guy. That was totally, thinking back now, that was definitely when he was off the perk and beast mode. Kurt Angle was him. That time.
The cyborg.
Oh yeah, big time.
So who's outside of Omos? Who's your guy now?
Oh gosh, Omos though. Gosh, pal. No man, but right now I'm still like I'm at a point where like I like guys' styles. I like guys' work. I don't really have a specific guy right now because, with what we do, we kind of just look at everybody with just a rose-colored lenses anyways. Yeah. So it's hard to really pick someone and be an absolute fan of somebody. So like, I don't really have that one guy that I like, but yeah, I like Damian Priest a lot though. I really enjoy his work. So there's that.
Okay. Will Gray's in the house. He
what's
says,
up, Will Gray?
Up?
Jaybird, what's up, man?
What's going on, Jaybird? He came in with a question. Favorite Attitude Era match of all time?
Man, probably, I'm not the hugest fan of Bret Hart, but the match that he had with Austin at WrestleMania, was it 13 or 14? That was a good one.
14? Is that 14?
The one where he passed out. Yeah, anyways.
Yeah.
Austin didn't quit. Damn it.
with the blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was 13. Will Gray coming in clutch.
Wrestling historian over here.
Yeah. That was one of my. That's probably top 5 match of all time for me.
Oh yeah.
I put that right, and I catch hell for this. I'm the old one of WrestleTok. I'm the probably one of the oldest dudes on WrestleTok. And just to put it in perspective, I watched I was born in 1981. And the first WrestleMania was in 85.
Mm-hmm.
I was 4 years old watching WrestleMania 1.
Right.
I watched some really good wrestling, but I watched some pretty fucking horrible wrestling too.
And there's a lot of it.
But so let's go to the next. Anyone else have any questions before this? Haley usually scoops in and kind of takes over for a few minutes, but let's get into your backstory a little bit. What brought you to TikTok? Not WrestleTok, but TikTok. Like, what were you like everyone else? It was just a thing to do during the pandemic, or?
Well, yeah, honestly, yeah. And my thing is, first when I was in it, like I wasn't in the wrestling space. I was more into like the meme space, and I was in community college at the time. So like, it was me and my buddies just absolutely just dicking around and just having a good time. We were messing with go buggies and freaking go-karts and like smashing each other into lockers, that kind of shit. Like we were just horsing around and posting that content on TikTok, and the page never took off, and I didn't really care if it did or not. I was just having fun with my friends. And then after everybody moved away, I kind of just didn't post or forget to post or whatever like that. So like, it wasn't that type of a thing. So, during the pandemic, and I say, what pretty much got me into WrestleTok, I just started just posting random like clips from matches and stuff. And my mentality still wasn't like, oh, this is something I want to do. I want to get in with these people, because I don't care about that. but over time, like I've met people on the app that I like and I've chatted with, like you and Will and Shadow, and that those guys like that. Because just I do a lot of watching from the background and seeing a lot of the drama going on. I'm not part of that. I don't care.
Yeah.
So with that, like I get on to have fun and have a good time, and when I'm not on it. So that's why you don't see me a lot on there. Also, I just don't have time to sit in front of a phone all day and just kind of twiddle with my dealing. So, with that being said, I just,
I mean, I feel you on that. I'm like I'll post, like I have another video I have to drop later on,
right?
For Friday, because we are having another show. We're going to be doing our Money in the Bank. The brothers are back for one time only,
Heck
or not
yeah.
one time only, but one time this month, and then we'll be back full time in August. But yeah, I post to get our stuff. Like, hey, I use it as advertisement at this point.
Right.
I need Andrew and I need to do more.
Yeah.
But you know what it is. And before we go any further, my favorite thing in your collection, and it's not even big gold, it's your out of time license plate.
Yeah, man. Oh, anyways, man. Yeah, I got that when I was at Universal Studios, just in one of the shops there. A big movie that we watched a lot growing up because we didn't have cable, we didn't have anything like that. Streaming, I guess, wasn't much of a thing back then. Anyways, I'm still old enough to remember time with a VCR, but anyways,
all Laserdisc, ladies and gentlemen. It used to be these little things called cassette tapes.
Oh yeah. Anyways, because we couldn't afford DVD players, so that was part of it. But anyways, the Back to the Future films were essential in my growing up.
So Jaybird comes in and he has, what was your childhood wrestling game you've ever played? What was your favorite?
Gosh, SmackDown versus Raw 2006. That was a huge one for me. And then also, kind of non-wressling game, I played a lot of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. That was also an essential one growing up for me. So, kind of my taste in the music comes from Rockstar Games, I admit. So I'm a big yacht rock guy.
Okay. Yeah, see, for me, the wrestling games, WCW Nitro. I was a WWE guy, but that's how I learned about WCW was through the video game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it came as a demo for PlayStation.
Well, wasn't Pop also Scott, wasn't he also a big WCW fan? You were the WWE guy, and y'all would talk about it all the time.
Yeah. Because he was 12 years older than me.
Right, so he was into that kind of edgier product.
Yeah, and then the DX started doing what they were doing. That's what got me to stay. I was kind of leaning towards maybe checking WCW out.
Mm-hmm.
But then DX started telling Sergeant Slaughter to suck it and that kind of stuff. And it's like, all right, you've reeled me back in.
Mm-hmm.
So more on that story in about 3 weeks when I have my show. So I want to save content for when Haley grills me.
Right.
So
speaking of collections, buddy, I like that US title belt that you and the kiddo fight over all the time. You're the current champ, right? Or is he the current champ?
He's got me. We have to play our game of Madden sometime, either today or tomorrow. Might have to throw that up on Twitch.
And maybe run up some 2K. Then I could beat you, and you could ship that baby over to me.
It's not an open challenge.
Laying down the law, baby.
No, actually, it was pretty interesting. Ethan on a forklift reached out to me. He goes, "Hey, do you want to play some golf sometime? Maybe I can take that title off you." I'm like, "Now listen, it's just between. That's not what this is. This is just between my kid and I."
Right.
He goes, "Oh, I thought that was like an open challenge." I'm like, "No. Mike would kick me in the balls if he knew I was going to do.
Ain't that the truth? That's the thing. Every time I see a 24/7 championship at a live show, it's like, dude, you got to defend that.
Well, that's why I don't take my titles to the shows. I'm like, nah, you take that to a show, you're defending it.
Well, you could take any title to a show, just not a 24/7 or hardcore strap. Then you got to defend it.
Yeah,
that's the rules, brother.
Jaybird coming in another one. Oh no, that's not the one.
It's bold will.
If you ever had to meet a current wrestler in both AEW and WWE, who would it be?
Ooh, current. So I think it'd be really cool to meet FTR. I heard those are some pretty, down to earth guys in real life. Also, I wouldn't mind meeting Omega. I mean, I'm a fan of what he does. I'm also a fan of Punk. That's kind of things go into that. But on the WWE side, I think it'd be cool to meet Edge. That's he's a big part of my growing up. So on that one, I've met a few guys that I really loved growing up. I've met JBL and I've met Booker T, and they're both really great guys to meet. So,
technically, I have met Mr. Anderson like this.
Mm-hmm.
Meeting like he just honestly, I don't know if you've ever had any back and forth with him at all. He is just another dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. From everything I've heard, yeah.
Just another dude. Like, I don't think he doesn't. It registers. He knows why people flock to him, but he's all like, dude, I used to drink beer watching this stuff and saw Stone Cold and thought, hey, I can do that, and it'd be fun to do that as a job.
Oh yeah.
So for me, I'm going to catch a lot of shit for this, but it's The Miz.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just seems like he plays fantasy football like me. You know what I mean? Like the only thing that's different between The Miz and I is he's got Maurice for a wife and I don't.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's got money and a hot wife.
Yeah, there's no difference.
Right.
And he wrestles for a living.
Mm-hmm.
But, so... hardest hitting question you're going to get all week. I'm pretty sure.
I already know which that's coming.
Do you acknowledge David Arquette as the greatest WCW champion of all time?
Hell no. Oh, it's been
left the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh. I think Vince Russo is the greatest WCW champion.
Now the show is over, but ladies and gentlemen,
shit.
Cue the music.
No, but in honesty, I think it's Jeff Jarrett. No, anyways.
Well, there's people that when they think the big gold and the WCW champion, they automatically go to Jeff Jarrett, and
it's Flair, baby.
Yeah, it's Flair. So before we get into more of the chat questions, do you have any? I know you're busy with the OTT. You got your own show. I just announced your collaboration with Rivet City, and that's freaking huge. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's something that's been in the works for a while now. And we finally just now gotten around to announcing it, and kind of we got our first show. Take warning, guys. This Friday, just in 2 days. So, and that's the prediction show for Money in the Bank, and it's going to be right after SmackDown. So, if you guys want something to go watch, that's definitely going to be it.
Nice. Super excited for you guys. You guys are doing great things over there. And Shadow keeps telling me that I owe him some sort of royalty check for all of his talent that I'm using. I was like, well, you're getting free advertisement, baby. OTT, go watch it. If you're not already subscribed, I'm subscribed. Why aren't you?
Are you subscribed?
So Jaybird comes in also. Besides wrestling, what got you into technology and gaming?
Man, it was just, growing up, it wasn't really nice growing up. So, the little technology and a little bit of gaming that we had, it was a nice escape from everything. Kind of, outside of that, music really is my escape. I'll pop in some headphones, go for a walk or anything like that, or go for a drive, listen to some Pearl Jam or whatnot. That's kind of my thing. So
Grunge music.
grunge,
I mean,
love it.
I'm a Nirvana guy. Like that was Kurt Cobain.
Mm-hmm.
Like and that specific genre. Yeah, they're
I'm a Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains guy. And then a little after that, I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan. So I actually went and saw them about 2 weeks ago now. They came in the town, so
Well, why
picked up
didn't you had me do Limp Bizkit for the promo stuff? You could
because
have had me do.
Limp Bizkit's kick ass. They're still kicking ass.
Fred, I mean, we have the resident dollar store Fred Durst on TikTok, and
Yeah.
let's see who
Say
else.
with the mentality of a Fred Durst from what 04. So, anyways,
Yeah,
yeah.
the dude thinks he's bigger than the whole fucking thing. Anyway, we're just gonna we'll just set that off to the side for now. So we're gonna play a couple games. We're about halfway through.
When I play a game.
I wish I could get that sound clip. I need to talk to my editor. I'm the producer of this program, but I don't have the capabilities of dragging, clicking, bringing music in, and I wish I had time to play the game. And anyway, first up is our who did it the best.
Okay.
Thing. This actually stems from a live that I want to say it was Heel Leah.
Big fan.
Made a comment about a certain wrestler did a certain move better, and she thought way outside the box, and it made me actually go watch said person do that move, and it made me look at it a little bit differently. So I was like, that's a good idea for this segment. So, who did it best? The Spine Buster.
Arn Anderson.
Thank you. I mean, I've got that leader in the clubhouse at this point. Number 2 is the Spear.
Spear, man. I love the intensity that Goldberg used with it. Batista, kind of the power with it. Edge, though, kind of, just when you're setting it up, when you're, have a match that's driven by story and you have that spear, just the effectiveness that has within the story. Love Edge's spear because you could just see it all over his face. The facials are good, the way the opponent takes it, and the effectiveness of the move. With all those things being said, Edge for me.
Okay. My personal favorite's Gore, Rhino.
Oh,
that's just violent.
Yes.
So we got the next one up is the DDT.
Jake Roberts.
Okay. And then the one that started it all. This is Lee. I want to 100%. It was either Leah or Mia. And forgive me if they're out there listening or watching. I am sorry for butchering this. It's the choke slam.
Choke slam. Ooh. Man. This one's hard. Because it really makes you think. I mean, Kane had a pretty lethal chokeslam. I'm gonna go with Kane. I know there's a lot of other great answers. You got Undertaker, but his thing was more the tombstone. The chokeslam was kind of what sets it up. But Big Show, Same thing. Choke slam is kind of what set it up, and then you had your knockout punch. So with that, Kane kind of the choke slam was his downer. So
Now, Leah said Shane Helms, Hurricane.
oh shit, yeah.
And
The little choke slam that goes into kind of like a side effect.
yeah.
Okay.
And I had to go. I legit had I left the live. I was like, hold up, let me get on my phone because I was at work. I'm like, what the hell, really? And I was like, oh goddamn, that's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Like, because Hurricane came along. I was away at college, kind of fell away from wrestling a little bit, doing some drinking.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't cool to be a wrestling fan. The girls didn't like it, so yeah, I was that guy. So I chose girls over wrestling, and
Come on, dude. That's a worst mistake ever, man.
Yeah, and then I found my wife who actually will sit there and watch it with me. So
yeah, mine's tolerant. Mine's tolerant.
Well, she watches it for Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. If I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah. My wife's a big Charlotte Flair fan, so
my wife has merchandise of Becky Lynch. So I mean, and so now we got 1-on-1. This a move versus move. Who wins?
All right.
Orange Punch or the Superman Punch?
Superman Punch. Orange Cassidy's a fucking joke. Next question, bub. Just let me stick my hands in my pockets and try to feel if I got something there. Probably not.
Start calling you Mini Cornette. This is
It's not.
Little mini corny.
No. I'm a fan, but let's not go that far. I'm not that extremist. I like Omega. I like the Bucks, not to the point that everyone else does, but especially if they're working ROH and New Japan. I loved that stuff, man.
Thank you.
AEW kind of their heads are getting a little big, about to pop, but other than that, I'm a fan of their work.
Well, here's the thing. You bring that up. I've really enjoyed their New Japan and their ROH stuff, like you said, because it was something new.
Yeah.
It was something new. I was like, they don't do this in WWE.
It was against the status quo, and it was beautiful. And, when they're working for companies where, they're not the say all be all, and, people are, kind of directing them and leading them towards a direction that seemed right, and, kind of have some guidance there. But when they're in AEW and they are the law, there's kind of some misconstrued stuff going on, and they just can go out and do whatever they want to do without any guidance or direction, good or bad.
Okay. Now here we
go. That's it. Just if Tony Khan had someone like an actual booker for the show, that's really like that and a PR guy, but which I think he hired one. But anyways,
I don't. It's frustrating because I see all the physical talent they have on that roster.
Such talented roster,
and they, if given the right booking, they could compete with WWE.
Mm-hmm.
In 2K23 for WWE, they offer a spear for instead of a finish for the spear that's not a finisher, they say gore.
Oh.
In the crowd.
He's playing WWE 2K23. My kid just informed me that if it's not a finisher, a spear is considered gore.
Right on.
I'm like,
that's because Rhino's cool.
Yeah, because Rhino's cool, and he's not on the game though. That kind of pisses me off. But
right.
But anyway, like I was, I truly believe like if Tony Khan would just hire a guy like Arn Anderson to just be a booker, or a guy that knows the business. Not a glory. Okay, I wouldn't know the first thing about fucking booking a.
No, never.
No, I don't claim to be a booker. I'm just not. But there's no difference between me or Tony Khan writing the programming.
Because you're both fans.
Yeah, we are fans. We are marks. Period. We're all marks.
Yes. I'm a pretty big one.
Oh, I mean, I got merch to prove it. You know, I mean, like.
Oh, goddamn, son. Which one?
Right here. I mean, I don't know. It's just it kills me that like he's got this talented group of rosters. Just I don't know. It's frustrating because I know if they were given an opportunity and not appeasing to their VPs all the time and doing that kind of stuff, the shows would be a hell of a lot better.
I do enjoy the Saturday show though. It's really good.
It seems to be a lot more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a new segment. I'm just throwing this. I have just a bunch of stuff. I'm throwing shit at the wall.
Throw it out. See if it sticks.
Your Mount Rushmore all time across all platforms.
All platforms.
Or all promotions. All
promotions. Okay, I thought we were trying to rank people. I was like, I'm not going to rank people. Oh, man. Gosh. So this is an all-time wrestling.
Mount Rushmore.
Gosh. Okay. You got to have Flair.
Yep.
And you got to have Cena. Just kind of by the bylaws that are set in place.
And who are your two fillers?
Gosh. Okay, so Mount Rushmore's 4. Gosh, this is kind of where it gets hard. Do you have Austin there or Rock? Because you can only have one of them. So either one of those two guys. You know, it's very interchangeable. I think now as of hindsight, you'd put Austin there. Just because of just his run, I guess was more significant in that fact. You know, Rock became more of something after he was gone, even though he was absolute superstardom. But in that last spot, you know, for me is kind of a personal one. I'd go with King Harley Race. That's kind of what I would go with, just because off of wrestling ability, and he was like I think an 8-time NWA's world champion, maybe 7 times, something like that. But you just can't deny Harley Race or whatever. But that's kind of what I would go with. But
and you bring Harley Race up. I've said this. I quote him a specific quote, and this is what gets me, and this is why I'm kind of falling out of fandom of the Hardy Boys and the high spot people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do $10 spots for a $2 crowd.
No, you don't.
And that's why the Young Bucks, they're boring to me now. Because they do those high spots 2 to 3 times a week on TV. It's like you're taking the special feeling out of the whole thing, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Bucks. I mean, I still enjoy watching their matches. That's the matches aren't really the problem with me. It's kind of the shenanigans stuff that matters with me. I know a lot of the guys like to pick on their ring work. I do to a point, but at the same time, it's like that's the Bucks style. If they're allowing their opponent to get their stuff in, then I'm okay with what they're gonna do.
I don't have a problem with like it's just and I go back to my brother's a huge Hogan fan.
Mm-hmm.
Loves Hulk Hogan. And I've always said this: you've seen one Hulk Hogan match, you've seen them all.
Yep. And
that's the same thing with the Young Bucks, in my opinion.
Yeah, you see one,
if you've seen one Young Bucks match, I guarantee it's going to be the same thing 3 weeks from now in Tacoma, Washington, and then a month later in South Bend, Indiana. It's going to be the same fucking thing, and it's going to be V-trigger, Meltzer driver, finish, go home.
Yeah, but you also got to think that's what their fans want to at the same time. So,
and I think that's why I love Moxley, because, he's going to bleed in every match, but it's a brawl, and you don't know what kind of shenanigans he's going to pull.
Right.
I'm a Moxley guy.
I like Mox. There's just cosmetic things I don't like with Mox. Other than that, I like Mox. It's just kind of just from my perspective of how I kind of view wrestling in a sense. Just it's the cosmetic things. Other than that, I'm a big Moxley guy and I like Moxley a lot. So just it's cosmetics for me with Moxley. It's nothing related to wrestling, and I know that's not fair, but I'm just, he's there, he's happy, he's doing what he wants to do. So that's the big plus.
Next question.
Yeah, next question.
Do you acknowledge Roman Reigns as your tribal chief?
Oh, Roman Reigns is my tribal chief.
You are the first guest on the show to acknowledge Roman Reigns as their tribal chief. Now, so were you broken? Were you broken when Jim and Jay super kicked him, or?
Man, my thing on that is, with the story, they were kind of getting to a point. It's like you needed to do something, and I think them doing that's definitely the right way to go. What I would like to see, I've seen it online, and I've kind of thought it when I was like, if you're trying to milk this out as much as you can, you got some brothers in the family or you got Tonga and God, or
Tama Tonga Tongalea. Yeah.
Yes, have them come in and have them replace the Usos, and then you'll have another 2 years of the tribal chief as the champion. And if they're wanting to go that way,
Jacob Fatu would be another one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's killing it over in MLW right now.
Yeah, my boy Alex Kane though is still the champ over there.
Oh, Alex Kane's the best, man. He's definitely got superstar written all over him.
Yeah, we had him recently on the show, so it was really cool to. It was legit 2 weeks prior to him winning the MLW championship. So awesome. It was pretty cool. So time to play a little bit more game.
Go ahead.
It's something I stole from Inside the Ropes. I'm going to say someone's name, and you give me the first thing. It doesn't have to be one word.
But we're playing association, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Randy Orton.
Ooh, Vicious.
Okay.
Sammy.
Sammy, yeah. Matt Riddle.
Idiot.
I think weed, but
same difference.
L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Ooh, underrated. Kyle O'Reilly. He just Mortal Kombat. That's kind of, I don't know why, but I think I'm like a Mortal Kombat character going in and just kicking the crap out of people.
Johnny Gargano.
Oh, man. Slept on.
Okay.
I understand it. I get it. Just it's the size thing for a lot of people, and Johnny also does keep the same face in every situation. So that's kind of the drawback on him, but I'm a huge Johnny Gargano fan and a big fan of his work, especially in NXT.
The almighty Bobby Lashley.
Domination.
The before we go to the next one, his theme song fucking slaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll go to the next one. That I mean, do you adrenaline in your soul? Cody Rhodes.
Something Cody Rhodes. Man, over like Rover is Cody Rhodes. He's the dream, the nightmare. There's dreams, but then there's nightmares. Baby.
I've been a Cody Rhodes fan since he was part of Legacy, and because I go, yeah, I'm a Cody Rhodes fan, and I automatically, well, for how long? It's like since he came into the fucking WWE, you douchebag. Like,
I was a big fan of his Intercontinental Championship run,
dashing.
and then the dashing and then the undashing. That was some really entertaining stuff.
Even his Team Rhodes Scholar was pretty solid.
Dude, Damian Sandow or Aaron Rex, or anything like that. Very underrated guy. I think he had all the potential in the world to have a good run within the company, even with secondary mid card titles. They just never took the chance on him. So because he had the gimmick, he had. Man, I think he came a little too early. I think he was a few years too early. I think in today's day and age with social media, how it is with everything, because he is a throwback. He really is a throwback, but that would work with how he could get heat and everything like that. Just he was definitely a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa.
Quiet, but when he speaks, you got to pay attention.
Goldie,
that's the word.
Gunther,
Ring General Gunther, Walter.
Now, by chance, I asked
I love the name change. By the way,
I like
one name change I love because it fits.
Did you by chance see his? If you haven't, I'll send it to you. He had a match with Gresham.
Send it.
Well, there's just a clip from it. It's not the whole match. I'll have to find it. I'll have to try to find it after this. Actually, no. I know exactly where it's at. This is a clip that was. He turned Gresham inside out. It was something that I've never seen a clothesline like this before. That's okay, and find you on just send it to your TikTok. I want it. Yeah, that's. If you want to take a second and watch it, that's fine. Because
nice little slap. Get the boot. Gosh, the size did. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Gosh. Sometimes you don't realize how small that guy is, but
he sent him directly into orbit.
Gosh, sent him into the outer realm, into the shadow realm.
Oh man, I don't know if he came down. I think he's still a satellite, if I'm being completely honest. Shinsuke Nakamura.
IWGP Intercontinental Champion. That run was awesome. King of Strong Style. When I think Strong Style, I think of Nakamura.
I asked somebody and they're just a casual wrestling fan, that question, like first thing that pops, and they said Pat McAfee.
Right on.
And I was like, all right, I guess. Next up, Seth freaking Rollins.
Greatest Money in the Bank cash in ever. Architect. Anyways, that word.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Anyways.
You will get in there and you will make me some goddamn money.
And Seth Rollins will make you some money. Triple cheese. Going a little corny there.
Well, just as long as you're not eating it the long way, you're fine. Pause.
Triple cheese, extra onion, and mayo.
Motherfucker.
You're gonna go in there. You're gonna make my order right, man.
If it was just a rib, we wouldn't order the fucking shit to begin with.
Or
does this look like a goddamn comedy bus to you?
Next wrestler.
Dumb bitch. And no, I have not let Andrew watch that yet because for obvious reasons.
Obvious.
And after I get off the show, he's gonna be like, "Well, what video is it, Dad?"
What is it?
Oh
Yeah,
goodness.
so he's already asking, "What is it?" I'm not telling you. So, let's go with Dolph Ziggler.
Well, for a while underutilized. I think his positioning now is kind of where it should be. I think he should definitely get more TV time. But Dolph Ziggler, generational talent.
Okay. We haven't gone any women's wrestlers. We'll go right into Bayley.
Bayley. There's a lot of words I can describe Bayley. Great mic skills. I'll be nice here. Great mic skills.
She is I love her interactions with Michael Cole.
Yes.
I think that's comedy gold. It's freaking hilarious. Alexa Bliss.
Ooh, crazy.
She's got a great set of mic skills herself, but
she does.
It's all about the yams, I'm telling you.
Hey, I wasn't going there, but okay.
Hey, listen, it's my show. It's my show.
You go there.
Don't.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong.
I mean, there's only one person, and I'm pretty sure it's either you or me. So, we'll go Shotzi Blackheart.
Heart shape. Oh, I hate you, Matt. Not you, duelist.
Oh,
and Shadow. I think he said it too. But no, Tank, taking care of business. Yeah.
Mia Yim.
Keith Lee.
Okay.
I'm not.
Chris Statlander.
Chris Statlander. Best friends, and she does kick ass. I like Chris Statlander.
We'll go Indy Hartwell.
The Way. Australian.
You just said Australian. We're gonna go back over to the men's side. Grayson Waller.
Don't care. Grayson freaking Waller. Aye. Oh no, get me started about Grayson freaking Waller. Oh yeah, I love me some Grayson freaking Waller. Oh no, I gotta go take care of myself because I just saw Grayson freaking Waller. Yeah, I'll drink out of my shoe, even though it's stanky, because I just got my British dirty feet on. Yeah.
Oh,
Come catch me on the Broken Wrestling Podcast. One of these days, if I'm good enough, I'll have Grayson freaking Waller.
I mean, I could just like let you do that for the next 10 minutes, and I.
No.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Let's see. Dominic Mysterio.
Guerrero. No, man. At first it was go home heat. Now it's absolute white hot heat. Love it. Everything he's doing, just as the chicken crap hill. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
The hill run's the best thing that could have happened for him. So
I would say, quite honestly, and this might be my hot take for the week.
Go ahead.
He's the second best heel in professional wrestling.
I agree, behind MJF.
Exactly.
And I think there's weeks where Dominic takes the cake on it because, the thing with MJF, you are hearing pretty much the same thing every week. With Dominic, same thing, but just kind of the way the crowd takes to him has me thinking, oh my goodness, this is the best heel in all of wrestling. So,
let's see. Rhea Ripley.
Mommy.
Britt Baker.
Doctor. Dentist. DMD.
Jade Cargill.
Chef's kiss. Love me some Jade. I know you get made that. Anyways, you get a lot of people on here when you think of Jade Cargill, and they're probably gonna think Goldberg.
I'm not a fan of her. I'm not a fan of her or Bianca.
I'm a fan of Jade, but I wasn't really much a fan of that title reign because the title reign didn't do her any favors. Yes, you go out there, you look strong. You could have that streak and still not have a title reign. It still could have worked.
And I think they fumbled the way they handled her losing.
Yeah.
She hasn't been on TV in 2 weeks since she lost. It's dumb. You should have her coming out the next fucking week and just absolutely destroying somebody.
Mm-hmm. Get
back up on that horse, be pissed off, and go and chase
the women's title, the actual women's title.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Alba Fire.
Alba Fire. Kaylee Ray.
That's a cop-out answer, but we'll take it.
It's a great answer.
We'll do a couple tag team. Pretty Deadly.
Ooh, one of the greatest in WWE right now. Yes, boy. They're doing great heel work. They're slimy. They're dirty, but not in the actual physical way because they're chiseled like freaking Greek princes. But anyways, I think they have all the upside, great potential, and the gimmick, they do it very well.
Okay. The Imperium,
man. Also, it's a throwback. It's awesome. They stick to it and they don't look silly. It's actual real wrestling. I'm all for it. I love it.
I think that's why I like FTR so much too.
FTR is the greatest tag team of all time, or at least the greatest tag team right now. Not all time. You got Rock and Roll, you got Midnight Express, and then you have FTR, and then you have Hardy Boys, Usos, New Day. But then also you got to throw in Tully and Arn up there somewhere too. So
yeah, we'll go New Day. New Day.
New Day, pancakes, title reigns, Oh, clap for your how many time World Tag Team Champions and feel the power.
So, okay. I've been chasing this knowledge, and I can't find. If anyone out there that's going to watch this, or is watching this, or listening to this, if you can find me a clip, the clip I'm looking for, I want to say it was on a Friday Night SmackDown or Monday. It was on either Raw or SmackDown, and Big E had a platter of pancakes, and they were walking through the back, and I cannot remember for the life of me who did it, but they slapped the tray of pancakes out of Big E's hands.
Oh, I think that was Owens.
And he looked at him and he goes, "You done flapped the wrong jack, sucker!"
Oh.
And
I think it was at a pay-per-view, actually.
Andrew said that was at a pay-per-view, but was it Kevin Owens that did that to him?
Yeah.
But it's like the Mandela effect for me. Like, I know it happened, but no one else seems to know, seems to remember it. But Andrew and I, we remember him just yelling, "You done flapped the wrong jack, sucker!" And that was what I was going to ask him if I would have been able to meet him 2 weekends ago. But
yeah,
you did see that his autograph, didn't you?
I did not.
Go get that Universal Championship. So we went to that Michigan Panthers game.
Mm-hmm.
And Big E was doing the emceeing of the Michigan Panthers all season. Like, he was there at every game, introducing the players and that kind of stuff. And he would sign autographs and just be around everybody and do like silly little games.
What's up, buddy?
And he goes, he had the New Day there. Mm-hmm. We missed out on they did a meet and greet, and it lasted legit only 25 minutes. The doors opened at 6, and they had to be done by 6:25, 6:30. Mm. So there was no way everyone was going to get in. We were at the end of the line, so it was like, all right, you know what, it is what it is. But towards the end of the game, Kofi and Xavier Woods were walking around down on the not on the field, but like down inside the arena,
right,
walking around the edge. And Kofi was walking towards us.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrew has one of these belts, mm-hmm. like the toy belt, and that's Kofi Kingston.
Oh, that's what's up. Kofi's a nice guy.
Yeah, Kofi was he seemed like he and Andrew asked him a question. He goes, "Hey, when's Big E coming back?" And Kofi goes, he really would love to come back at Royal Rumble next year. That's he wants to do that next year.
Sounds like a good point. Time-wise, yeah.
And he goes, but he's having a lot of fun doing this right now. Mm-hmm. So we're not sure when he's going to come back.
Yeah, because he's doing like the Titus O'Neil thing. He's just, going and doing all the community stuff. And
he's having fun doing it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was, he did a talk with like the college students down where I'm at. And they said it was all fun. So,
yeah. So we'll go a couple more.
Okay.
Go Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross, Killer Instinct.
White Rabbit.
Yes. That was such a great, because I love Lucha Underground. So, with that, Paul London was in his bag there. Yeah. It was a very short-lived thing, but it was great while we had it.
Yes. Roman Reigns.
Tribal Chief.
Sami Zayn,
Underdog.
Kevin Owens,
Unstable.
I love his new shtick, if I'm being completely honest.
A lot of people hate it. I like it because, especially if you watch the old ROH stuff, and it's like he's Steen.
Yeah, he's Kevin Steen.
Yeah.
Bruce Pritchard.
Gosh, impressionist, haha guy.
Yeah.
You got to have the funny stuff in the show, buddy. Vince McMahon's right hand man, but great wrestling mind when left to his own devices. So
I love his when
His
he makes fun
podcast.
of John Laurinaitis.
Yeah, hey boss, your arms look great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when he makes fun of Jerry Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett's father. Well, the chicken salad.
Well, you know.
Well,
Well, and of course the extremely high pitched Jim Cornette. Extra cheese.
That's where I get mine from, is from Bruce.
Yeah.
And then, spend my days working hard on the go, but the hands on the clock keep spinning too slow. I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Okay.
Blue Pig.
What is your, outside of all of us on the WrestleTok community, what's your favorite podcast to listen to?
Oh gosh, it was something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, kind of before Bruce went back to WWE and the show kind of took a backseat, and then same thing with Shivani's podcast, because I loved listening to the watch along of Jim Crockett Promotions 86. That kind of got me through some stuff. Honestly, I'm a big fan of the drive-through and the experience with Jim Cornette. And also, if you want something to listen to on your drive home from work or your drive to work, wrestling, the wrestling news from Arcadian Podcast Network, which is Brian Last, his stuff. But it's it's not the stupid haha stuff. It's actually 6 minutes of wrestling news, and it's just just the news.
Okay.
So for me currently, it would, because I don't have a lot of time now for listening to podcasts and stuff. But for me, it's the drive through and that. But it used to, actually, the experience would be my favorite above the drive through, because you get more of the actual stories from Jim. But before that, I'm sorry I'm going really long winded, but
you're fine.
If we're just having a conversation. But for me, I really enjoyed 83 Weeks. All of Conrad's stuff I used to like, but it's kind of gotten a little stale to me at that point. So
yeah, there's only so many times you can visit the Conradison.
mm-hmm.
No,
weekend, pal. Yeah.
I think I'm the only one on WrestleTalk that doesn't listen to Bubba Ray's.
I don't listen to Busted Open. I'm not a Bubba Ray fan. I think he's a total dick.
I met him once. He bought me a beer at the casino.
At least he did that.
I mean, he was okay. So my brother-in-law and I won tickets to an Impact show where they were doing house shows at fucking casinos and stuff like that. So when it was under Dixie Carter's regime.
Mm-hmm.
So I met Bobby Roode. When he
love Bobby Roode.
I met him. I met Suicide. AJ was the only one that wasn't there out of the originals.
Mm-hmm.
So I met Abyss. Didn't get any pictures or anything. Like, they were just all out.
It was low key.
Yeah, it was just kind of like hanging out after the event.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of people didn't know who these people were. They were just like walking around the casino playing fucking games after the show. That's how crazy it was. But my brother-in-law and I sat down at the bar and we were just kind of having a couple drinks before we headed out.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy sits down, like it's me, my brother-in-law, an empty stool, and then these two guys sat down next to us. I'm sorry, there's three of them. Well, they all sat down, boom, 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 ordered a beer, and they said that they're gonna pay for ours. Like, all right, like looking down and like, what the hell? And I kind of like, I kept looking at him, and that's what got Bully Ray's attention. And he goes, "Do you know who I am?" Did his whole catchphrase. I was like, wow. And he reached over, shook my hand. He goes, "You guys at the show tonight?" And we had a full-on conversation. He goes, "I want you to meet my buddies. They wrestled tonight too." And it was James Storm and Robert Roode. And we just sat and shot the shit with those three guys. Didn't ask for an autograph. Didn't ask for a picture or anything. It was just hanging out with three wrestlers was good enough for me at that point.
That's awesome.
You know,
yeah.
And James Storm asked me. He goes, "I'll never forget this." He goes, "Like, did you see everyone you wanted to see tonight? Did you get your experience that you wanted?" And I go, "Well," and at that point I was wearing an AJ Styles t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, "Well, I didn't see AJ tonight." He go, and then I don't know if it was the beer talking with James or not, but he looks directly at me. He goes, "Well, I'm sorry about your damn luck."
He set you up for that one really good.
Yeah, he did. But I mean, that's my like 15, 20 minutes of fame with those guys. But
yeah,
and that's why I've always said when like, this whole thing with Rey Mysterio getting bombarded at airports, or Jeff Hardy had the same thing happen to him. Like, let these people be people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if they want to talk to you, they're gonna fucking talk to you.
Yeah, you know, like in an airport setting like that, yeah, go up to them and just kind of be like, "Hey, I'm a huge fan." Kind of, you know, cut the crap for a minute and then let them go about their way because they got flights to catch.
Yeah.
And then if they interact back with you, then cool. Then that's open.
Yeah.
But not show up with 20 things to sell on eBay and be a dick.
Yeah, exactly. So MJF is our last one. What's
dickhead?
But in a good way.
Yes. He's a heel.
He is the last professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't break kayfabe.
No.
I still go back to I love the fact, and I get heat for this all the time, and I don't care. I love the fact that he threw that drink on that kid.
Yeah. I
loved it.
Oh yeah. Because once the kid grows up and kind of figures out, he's gonna be like, "That was a cool moment."
Yeah, I'm part of wrestling history.
Yeah.
I loved how he at that Comic-Con, I think it was Squared Circle Expo, he signed the figures and threw them on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff. He flips the fans off. I love it. You know, like
the one video of him breaking character though that I love is when, you know, he's with that kid and then he's flipping off the kid and then the kid flips him off back and then he has to like, he kind of chuckles a little bit and then he goes back into character and he's like, "Dude, get out of here." like a proud like uncle. Like
it's like, damn, kid. And then I think, doesn't he go on like a couple seconds after that, look at the dad and he goes, "What the hell happened? Like, that's on you. You're a horrible dad."
Yeah, like right back into character.
My favorite thing that he's done is the Ruby Soho and Powerhouse Hobbs segment in the car, the ride along.
Oh yeah.
Have you not seen that?
No.
Okay, YouTube this. MJF sings DMX. That's all you have to. MJF DMX. That's all you have to. It's, believe me, you will enjoy it. It's hilarious. They're in a ride along together. I'll let you watch it. Not gonna sing it. No.
Get the little bit of whoa. Just the little
and he's having fun right now.
yes. Oh yeah.
And I think it's starting in season 2. I've been thrown season 2 of Beyond the Mat will premiere in 3 weeks, August 2nd, and that would be my episode. Basically, my episode of season 1 is episode 1 of season 2, if that makes sense. And season 2, you will be back. We'll schedule you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
And it will be you pick a wrestler. You come back, and we're talk life and times of that wrestler.
Okay.
For an hour, we've got an hour. I'm sure we can get into a lot.
Oh yeah.
And we might have a couple other twists and turns along the way as well, because everyone's favorite Brit is not here tonight or this afternoon, and I'm sure she'll want to.
It's night for her.
Yeah, it's night.
It's like 7:00.
I feel really bad. Her daughter is fiercely ill right now, and that's why she wasn't able to make it today. And I hope the little girls or little one feeling better.
I hope so too.
I hate it when my kid is sick because even at 10 years old, it's like I don't know how to help you. And
right.
But if you have anything to plug, feel free.
All right, brother. Rivet City Radio, along with the 3-brand conglomerate of Broken Wrestling Podcast, you got Botch Spots, Chair Shots, and you have Off the Top Media, baby. Anyways, shouts out to Matt, shouts out to everybody. Take warning, because Friday night we have our first show together, all 3 brands, and then got just a lot of exciting stuff in the works. I have a interview with the head trainer, wrestling champ. He's the heavyweight champ there, and promoter of Diamond State Wrestling here out of Arkansas, Mr. Alexander Gold. That interview is going to be recorded within the next week, and then we'll upload it at a later time. I'm trying to work on some other stuff to get the people in. But yeah, and gosh, I'm just excited about what the futures hold. There's a lot of big stuff happening that I'm ready to bust out of my mouth. But pause. Anyways, Matt, I enjoy being here today. I love everything you're doing. You guys are really doing a great job. Got one hell of a family, one hell of a kid. And Matt, you're a great dad. I don't know how many times you hear that, but
I appreciate that, man.
I think you'd hear that. Anyways, plug your stuff and let's get going.
Yeah. We got ourselves this Friday.
Yeah.
Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast will be coming back for not one time only, but we will be coming back for Money in the Bank. I'll be dropping a video on TikTok to throw that back out there. And then come August, I got to get my dates correct. Come August 4th will be the debut episode of Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast, Pop of the Week. We are going back to what got us here. We are not going to be your review people anymore. We're going to tell you, we're going to give opinions. This is not going to, we are not news. We are not reporting anymore. This is going to be a fun show. We're getting back to the basics. And August 4th. So 2 days after my debut episode, or my episode and season 2 premiere. And you're goddamn right I'm cool. Because I'm feeling this right now. Just hold on.
Shoot from the hip.
Because where is it? Oh, there we go.
I'm better than you, and you know it.
Right on.
So this has been. Oh, I'm sorry. We have one more episode before my episode. We do have Too Sweet coming on with Canna Coaster.
Right on. Big fan of those boys.
Yes, they do. They are two good dudes. They're holding down the fort over at the PWC. I mean,
well, definitely got to hold down the fort somehow, and I trust those guys at least.
They're entertaining.
Yeah,
we'll leave it at that, and we'll get into it more in 2 weeks because we're off next week.
Mm-hmm.
We're off next week and the week after. Next week was 4th of July. No programming. We're taking a hiatus for 2 weeks. Then the week after that, Andrew and I will be hanging out with some Detroit Lions legends at the Detroit Lions Legends Camp.
Let's go.
So, we'll be doing that. So,
is Barry going to be there?
No, unfortunately. Unfortunately not. Corey Schlesinger is going to be there.
Calvin going to be there?
Huh?
Is Calvin going to be there?
No.
Come on. Legends, loose word. But it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Former NFL pros will be in the house teaching the kids.
It's like when you go to these Comic Cons, it's like WWE Legend, and then you show up and there's a Funaki,
you get Virgil.
Virgil, damn it. Hey,
Sergeant Slaughter,
give him some fuck money, take him out to Olive Garden, and you'll be set. It's the perfect way to court the man.
Mr. My voice is. And I'm sorry. We have a little teaser for everyone out there that listens to these. I have a new show that will be coming this fall. It's going to have a very energetic. Shit. You laughed. That's never a good thing. Just because. What's up, Cody?
What's up, Cody?
I'm trying to promote a show that, anyway, I have a show that will have a lot of energy, and someone with a lot of energy will be my co-host for said program.
Mm.
It will be a entertaining show, to say the least. And I hope people enjoy it. I hope people get behind it. And the person that I'm co-hosting with, I hope that he's going to have a lot of fun with it. So I don't want to say too much because it's still in the process of.
Yeah.
But thank you again, Jamey.
Yeah. No, thank you. It was a pleasure. unlike the kind of pleasure that Cody doesn't get, you know.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he's got another kid on the way, so he gets more pleasure than I do.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean,
Same.
at least over in the last 9 months, he's got more pleasure than. And he says, "Damn right." So, on that note, I'm going to quote Cody's favorite wrestler of all time. I must bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night. Bang!